And that was the first and the last time that I got in a fight with a Malaysian prostitute.
Wow. Oh, by the way, we're rolling.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Seeing Spots, where you get all your comic-related film and television news. I'm your host, Julian, and let's just plow right through the first episode. Let's get TV info out of the way first with some Flash news. Recent set pictures have shown his iconic villain, the Trickster, played by Devon Gray, and I have to say, it looks pretty badass.
Oh, it does.
Shut up! Now, although that episode doesn't come out for another 5 weeks, we actually do have a description of next week's episode. Now, I'm not going to repeat it word for word, so I'll just dumb it down for you guys. Now, the episode will be titled Crazy for You, and will focus on Barry and Caitlin's love lives, all while Cisco is dealing with his former dick co-worker, Hartley Rathaway, aka the Pied Piper. If that wasn't enough, a metahuman with teleportation powers breaks her boyfriend out of prison. The episode premieres February 3rd, 2015. Now let's move on from Central to Starling City as we cover news on the CW's Arrow. It looks like the Suicide Squad will be returning to the show in episode 17 of season 3 titled Suicidal Tendencies. Now it's unknown if the original roster will change or if it'll be an entirely new team of characters. Speaking of change, next week's episode of Arrow titled Uprising will focus on Team Arrow, Arsenal, Diggle, and Felicity, trying to save the Glades while also dealing with the once again missing Oliver. Arsenal and Felicity disagree on whether or not to seek help from an old foe, and it's up to Diggle to decide. The episode premieres February 4th on the CW. Now let's move on to another side of the DC television universe with a favorite show of mine, Gotham.
Boo, that show fucking sucks.
The fearsome Dr. Crane, aka Gotham episode 14, will show Fish use Penguin against Maroni while Gordon and Bullock track a killer whose victims had severe phobias, but not before Bruce Wayne confronts Gordon on getting nowhere with his parents' murder case. The episode premieres February 2nd on Fox. Let's move on to some movie news with what some might consider a huge surprise, the Fantastic Four. Now the trailer dropped earlier this week, and you know what? It looks pretty fun. To be exact, if you've been following previous leaks and rumors, the film sounded like a production nightmare that basically left fans wondering if this film would be the Fantastic Four in name only. Now the film seems to have restored some faith in the fans because, let's face it, it looks like a pretty badass trailer. Now the movie opens up in theaters only 7 months, August 7th, 2015. Speaking of faith, or lack of faith, the Ghostbusters reboot that no one asked for finally has a cast and a release date. Yes, the cast includes Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. It will be directed by Paul Feig and released July 22nd, 2016.
Yeah!
What? Now that we got that important shit out of the way, let's blast through all the news that really wasn't important enough for its own segment, so here we go, lightning round. First off, David Tennant states his love for Marvel comics and how he grew up reading them. He then plays coy about being the Purple Man and says he can't really answer questions about that. Paul Bettany, who has known that he was going to play the Vision for a while, says that he loves the Marvel experience. Margot Robbie may not have an accent for Harley Quinn, but she doesn't really know yet. Oscar Isaac says X-Men Apocalypse will have mass destruction in it and that Apocalypse himself will be scary and bring the X-Men to their knees. True Blood's McCad Brooks will be playing Jimmy Olsen in CBS's Supergirl. Ryan Reynolds says the 11-year hiatus on the Deadpool film will be worth it and that he's excited to start production. Rachel Taylor has been casted as Trish Walker, aka Hellcat, in Jessica Jones. Charlie Cox loves Daredevil's suit and says that it's very tight and that it takes 4 people to put it on him in 45 minutes. He also says that it's easy for him to pee without needing help. Lastly, Jason Momoa is excited and proud to be playing a brown Aquaman since he's an islander himself. That's it for this week's episode of Seeing Spots. I've been your host, Julian. Now make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. All the links will be provided below. Make sure to leave a comment in the comments section. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode.
Boo!